Good morning, friend. Today we are going to discuss about the nervous system. And the nervous system is consists of the two type of cells, one is the neuron cells, other is the neuroglial cells. Basically, you can divide this system into two different kind of system, like the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord. The brain is present in the skull in cranial box. From this cranial box, through the occipital condyle, there is a cord is arise which pass through the vertebral column, or which this cord is known as the spinal cord. There are billions of neurons which consist of the brains. And these brains they be stored in the memory and different kind of system. The other system is peripheral nervous system. This peripheral nervous system consists of the nerves. You can say the spinal nerves and cranial nerves and sensory receptors. There are 31 pair of spinal nerves and 12 pair of cranial nerves which arise from the central nervous system. The other is the sensory receptors which are present on the skin, eyes and other system. As you know, there's the touch receptor, pressure receptors, visual receptors like that. The histologically the system it consists of the neurons, and the neurons are formed the basic unit of this nervous system. The neuron consists of the three parts. One is the cell body, other is the dendritic part, dendrite, and third one is the axon. The cell body consists of the cytoplasmic organelle like mitochondria, Golgi complex, and their cytoplasm and cytoplasmic membrane. The cell body is also known as the perikaryon or soma. These cell body, there is a rising of different dendrites from the cell body. Or these dendrites are the projection from cell body. The cell body also consists of one of the chromophilic granules, or you can say the nasal bodies. Or these nasal bodies are made up of rough endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes. Or this mainly form the protein synthetic unit of this cell body. The dendrites are the peripheral part of this dendrite. They consist of dendrite spines, or these spines joins with the other neurons and they form the synapse. It may join multiple neurons. Other part of this, from this cell body, there is a cone-shaped structure is arise, which is known as the axon hillock. This axon hillock is leg of the nasal body. Though there are other organelles are present, but the nasal body, or this because it's present in the initial segment of axon, they also known as the trigger zone. Means that there is a rise of nerve impulse from this region. Apart from that, these axons are the long cylindrical bodies which may be myelinated or non-myelinated, or these form the structure of this entire body. The axons may be branched into axon collaterals and the terminal end of axons is known as the axon terminal. And these terminals isobifurcate. Here they have the different cynetic end bulb, or the cynetic end bulb is actually they have the neurotransmitter, vesicles, which are the neurotransmitter. The body of these axon is also consist of some receptors. You have to be cytoplasm with these neurons known as the exoplasm, because they leave the protein synthetic unit, and they also uniquely named the exolemma, which is a membrane around them. A membrane around them. The neurons are classified according to their shape, size, and length. So there are basically 4 types. One is the multipolar neurons. They have the cell body. Here from the cell body, there is a multiple dendrites are arise. They have also have the axon and axon terminals. Other is the bipolar neurons. In these bipolar neurons, the cell body is present between the dendrites and the axons. They are the single dendrites. Other is the unipolar neurons, in which the cell body is hang on the axon. Axon is a single, which are the cell body is from a T-shaped structure of these neurons. So from these dendrites and axons, so only unipolar. Other is the anaxonic. Multiple polar neurons are present in the brain and spinal cord. Bipolar neurons are present in the nose and olfactory regions, retina of eyes, and unipolar neurons are present in the form of receptors, like the touch receptor, pressure receptors. Other types, 4 types, anaxonic neurons, which lack of the axon. From the cell body, there is a multiple dendrites arise in this type of neurons, and most of the neurons are of the anaxonic type in brain, in central nervous system. Other ways of classification, there is a functional classification of neurons. So one is the sensory neurons or efferent neurons. They collect the information from the surface, from the body, and pass this information to the brain. Like the receptors which present in the brain, touch receptors, this type of neuron. Motor neurons, efferent, they pass the information, they relay the information from brain to the organ, muscles, or glands. Third type is inter or association neurons. These are of mixed type, and most of the neurons present in brains are these interneuron or associated type of neurons. Apart from that, there is some cells which present in brain, which nervous systems and neuroglial cells. These neuroglial cells, they don't take part in action potential. They have no electrically excitability, but they make approximately half part of brain. You can say the half part of brain. You can say the 50% part of nervous system. They can multiply, they can divide, or even sometimes they can take the position of neurons in nervous system. These cells are of 6 kinds. 4 kinds of cells is present in central nervous system, and 2 kinds of cells are present in peripheral nervous system. They have the different function and different type of cells based on their size, shape, and function. So in central nervous system, one is the astrocyte cells. Astrocyte cells are star-like cells which present in the central nervous system, or they are of 2 types. One is the protoplasmic. These protoplasmic cells have the multiple number of projections from their body, but they are the shorter one. And second was a fibrous one, or these fibers are the long cylindrical projection from the body, or they present in the white matter. The protoplasmic cells present in the gray matter of the brain. Other cells is the neuroglial cells. Okay, astrocyte cells have the many functions, like they support the neurons, they can multiply and divide, they help in maintaining the concentration of cerebrospinal fluid in the brain, they help in development of cells, or even they are help in retention of memory in brain also. Other type cells is a oligodendrite cells. They have the low number of projections, or these cells help in the myelination process of the brain central nervous system. They myelate, they wrap around the neurons, or they, in a single wrap, they may contain approximately 15 to 20 neurons in a single wrap. They can wrap around approximately 1 millimeter of this axon. And if the length is larger than that, then multiple cells can arise. These cells don't have a nucleus. Their nucleus is wrapped around their nucleus is present outside this nerve axon, and that's why the CNS neurons are not able to regenerate. The other kinds is a microglial cells. They are the phagocytic cells which present in nervous system, or these phagocytic cells, they help in cleaning the debris of the dying neurons. They also help in they phagocytize the toxin and other harmful organisms in the brain. Third type of cells is the ependymal cells, which is the cuboidal or simple epithelial cells present in the lining of ventricles of brains, or these linings is actually helping the maintaining the cerebrospinal fluid, the cerebral fluid in the brain. Fourth, cerebrospinal. The other two cells which present in the peripheral nervous system is the 7 cells. These 7 cells actually wrap around the neurons in peripheral nervous system, or the outer covering of these peripheral nervous system cells. They have the nucleus and most of the cytoplasm of 7 cells, or that's why due to the presence of cytoplasm and nerve nucleus around these cells are able to regenerate. And other cells is the satellite cells. They are the flattened cells trapped around this peripheral nervous system, and they provide the support and also maintain the regulate the cerebrospinal fluids. The 7 cells is actually wrapped around the single cells, or single cell in comparison to the oligodendrite cells, which may wrap up to the 15 to 20 axon in a single wrap. The other is the process of myelination. Myelination is basically the insulation of myelin is a compound which is made up of myelin is a high part, more than 80% part of this myelin is the lipids, and other parts is the protein, lipoproteins. They form the insulation around the axon. Those is by the oligodendroids and 7 cells. They form the concentric ring around the axons, or this is actually from the insulation. The level is also depend on the concentric ring around the cells, or it provide the insulation which helping the faster movement of impulse in the axon.